EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Right side complete. That's Woods. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
18, Pioneers. 19, Lions.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Rolling to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Thompson looking to throw. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a pass hauled in downfield. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Robbie Chosen, 48 yards. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is? And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here is 3rd and 5. Now Stroud. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Achane on 1st and 10. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Off play action. Thompson gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action here. Thompson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. But bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. In motion left goes a tight end. Thompson fakes a handoff, now going to throw it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ced Wilson, 44 yards. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
As this complete to Woods. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Fourth down. Here's Stroud. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Second down throw for Thompson. Incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Thompson going play action here. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Dolphin first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Thompson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Eric Saubert, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Ready up.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd down, Gaskin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down, here's H.A. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Sanders is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ready, set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, 31 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Texans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
3rd and long, Thompson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Adam Humphries deep to return. It's taken to the 26. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Texans. Damian Pierce, 69 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 1st down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Thompson to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Down the left sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Preseason game, but I'll tell you, he looked mid-season form right there on that carry.
Get him out of there, Brandon. Don't let him carry the ball anymore in the preseason. He is ready for when it starts for real.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Thompson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Eric Sauber ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Jason Sanders.
Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, strides throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready?
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
31, Texans 17.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
7 yards there and a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter is Gaskin. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take...
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
2nd and 6 from the 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now White off the bootleg. Quick throw there is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devin Singletary, 79 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Play action. Here's White. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, unable to bring him to the ground. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Mills.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Houston
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A play fake. Now White. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. White. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically,
they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Pass, that's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Salvon Ahmed, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Mills to the air again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Singletary, 34 yards. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll get this up just shy of the 30. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, no matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had that more down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like he knows Coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last says, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Wilson going to try the right side. And he's got room. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That good for 19 at a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down right around the 25. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 9. White looks to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, White. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes 2nd down. Mills back to throw. This is caught by Dare Ogunbowale. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. 1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mills. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Nick Needham picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Houston, good night, everybody.